U.S. Supreme Court Chief Justice John Marshall, 1755 to 1835. Justice Marshall was born on September 24, 1755 in Fauquier County, Virginia. His father was friends with George Washington. He served as a lieutenant and then a captain in the Continental Army. Eventually, he endured the brutal winter at Valley Forge, 1777 to 1778, which grew his respect for Washington and his resolve to help shape the new nation. During his early career, Marshall briefly studied law with George Wythe at the College of William and Mary. There he met his wife Willis Amber, known as Polly. He was admitted to the bar in 1870. He served on the Virginia House of Delegates from 1782 to 1797. Marshall was well known for his fairness, belief in a strong federal government, and in his acute intellect. Marshall was called on by Federalist John Adams to serve America. He was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives in 1799, nominated as Secretary of State on May 12, 1800. He was unanimously confirmed by Senate the next day. On January 20th, 1801, Adams nominated Marshall to be Chief Justice of the United States Supreme Court, and again he was unanimously nominated and sworn in on February 4th, 1801. John Marshall was sworn in as Chief Justice on February 4th, 1801. He served the Supreme Court for 34 years. Several of Marshall's landmark decisions strengthened the judicial branch and further defined and strengthened the concept of a two-party system. His 1803 decision in Mayberry v. Madison solidified the Supreme Court's ability to invalidate an act of Congress that is unconstitutional. The Supreme Court, urged by the support of Marshall, established the federal court's ability to override state court decisions. Many of Marshall's views brought him into direct and continual conflict with his cousin, President Thomas Jefferson. John Marshall died on July 6, 1835. The Liberty Bell actually cracked during Marshall's funeral procession. That was the last time the Liberty Bell ever rang. Marshall was buried in Richmond, Virginia, next to his wife in Shockoe Hill Cemetery. Marshall's decisions are still referenced today. Some scholars have pointed out that Marshall believed in the unalienable right to possess, enjoy, and augment private property. They go on to further add, for Marshall, liberty centered on the right to be secure in one's property. Marshall's decisions on the contract clause of the Constitution are still debated today. Some scholars say he enlarged the contract clause beyond the intent of the framers by applying it to public contracts. Marshall impacted the U.S. Supreme Court probably more than any other justice in history. There is no doubt he is a great figure in the political development of this country.